we're going to go to modules. And like I said, all we're going to do is create our person. And I'm going to go into Internet Safety Comic Book. We're going to go down here. You guys are period 9. So everyone in my e-learning class will click on period 9 right here. And when you click on that, it's going to ask you to log into Pixton. Okay? It's going to say join class. You're going to click sign in, and this box pops up, and you want to make sure you sign in with your school Google account. Do you guys understand this? Now I'm going to choose a different account just for the sake of showing you today. But you're going to get here and you're going to see a fake little classroom, and then you're going to see make my avatar, and you're going to make your avatar. That is the comic book version of you. So all we're going to do is we're going to click, are you a boy or a girl? I'm a boy. And you want to make this look just like you. I'm going to choose my skin tone, and then I go right here to the next arrow. I'm going to choose my hair color, and then I'm going to go right to the next arrow. I'm going to choose my hairstyle, and I go right on to the next arrow. Then I have the shape of my eyes, and you can see it changes. I get eyelashes. I get kind of different eyes. I like the first eyes. And then I go right on to the next one. What do your eyebrows look like? I have really big, thick eyebrows, so we're going to do that. Then my eye color, I'm going to go down here and choose I have a dark green eyes. We go next. Then I'm going to choose the shape of my nose and find what you think your nose looks like, and then I go to next. Then if you have glasses, Evan, you're wearing glasses. What color are they, Evan? Your glasses? Black?
Black and blue.
Black and blue. So he can click on glasses, and when he goes to the next screen, it'll let him pick a color, so he can have blue glasses if he wants. I actually do wear glasses, but I'm not wearing them now, so I'm going to turn it off. You can, if you wear glasses, you can pick glasses. Your lip size, you pick one of those. You can choose details like freckles, or if you have like what they call the $1 million mole right here, you can click that. I have a couple of freckles, maybe put a few freckles. I go to the next one. If you want to wear a hat, there's lots of hats. I'm not going to wear a hat. Then notice my arrow disappeared, because you have to choose like a facial expression. And there's a bunch of them. You can always change these later. I'll choose a little facial expression, and then I go to the next one. If you have a wheelchair or anything, you can pick those. If you have a hearing aid, you can pick those. Your outfit, scroll down and there's a bunch of outfits. You can pick an outfit for yourself. We go to the next one. And then finally it says height. And you're going to pick how tall you think you are. Are you one of the tallest in the class? And I know you guys don't know this, but just maybe think of last year. Were you one of the tallest? Are you taller than average? Are you the average size? Are you shorter than average? Are you one of the shortest? So you pick what you think. So I was always shorter when I was in middle school. Then we go to next, and you pick a pose. So you can kind of have a pose for your person, and there's a bunch of those. Pick a pose. Then we go to next, and you're done. So I'll show you real quick, like a little fun thing here. When you go to, when you go in here and click this button, you can pick all kinds of things. And it didn't give me a bunch of choices. You can see you can change like your face shape. You can go in here and change the size of your eyes. So there's extra options that for some reason, like they can be really small or really big eyes. There's some options like earrings. I know if you choose a girl, it lets you pick earrings, but some boys have earrings. So if you have earrings, you can pick those. It doesn't let you choose them if you're a boy. I guess you could argue that's pretty much sexist. They didn't let boys choose them. But when you're done, you just go all the way to the end and hit done. And you're going to be in a class picture. And what's cool here is you have me, and you're going to be in a picture with all of my in-person period 9 kids. So the kids you see right now are the kids that are in person, and it's going to start putting you in here as well. So we just hit the big red continue button, and you're going to click make a comic. And you need to decide, you're going to make it about one topic. So when we go back to modules here, and the internet safety comic, you're going to pick one topic, okay? And notice, you only are going to make a comic about one. So your comic can be about sexting, it can be about cyberbullying, or it can be about identity theft, okay?
How do we get on that avatar thing?
I'm not going to go through the whole thing again. So it's just, you just click right here and you go to my class, Carlina.
All right, thank you.
You click period 9.
If we had different hair before, like I had curly hair, I just cut it.
Pick whatever hair you want. It's not, you guys are overthinking this. So just pick your hairstyle. I want it to look like you, but you guys need to mute your mics. So next, I want you to notice down here, when you create your comic, I'm going to click make a comic. All I want you to do is give it a name. Try to be creative. If I did one about cyberbullying, you could, most kids will just say cyberbullying, and that's the name of their comic. Maybe call it, the cyberbullying incident, or all about cyberbullying. I'm going to say the case of the cyberbully. And since this is a title, you need to capitalize it, all the big words. The case of the cyberbully. I hit continue, and I'm going to go over all of this on Monday, like everything else you need to know. Up here in the corner is like a pink. I know some of you may want to play around in here, and I really don't care because I'll go over it Monday. But you click done, and you're going to see you now have a blank comic that you're ready to work on Monday when I show you how to do everything. So I'm going to go into edit. I'm going to go over like 4 of the main things you guys need to know about making this comic. So first and foremost are the backgrounds. It's this pink button. There's tons of backgrounds. My example is going to be about cyberbullying. So I'm not going to like right off the bat, I'm not going to the very first frame say, oh my goodness, someone just called me names online. They're cyberbullying me. We're going to have it just be a normal day. So your comic can take place anywhere. I don't care if it's outside, in school, at the mall, at a park. I'm going to start, in my mind, my comic is a kid's getting ready for school. So I'm going to start in my bedroom. So I'm going to write in here where it says find a bedroom or find a background. I'm going to put in bedroom. Remember, any of these that have a little lock in the corner, you can't use them. So don't worry about them. But any of the ones that in the corner have a little pets, a paw print, that means you can add a dog or cat. So I'll do that just to show you. But I'm going to use this background. It has a little paw. And you'll notice right here, a paw popped up. So I can add a dog or a cat. You can't change the colors. You're stuck with these dogs or cats. If I click these arrows, I can pick which way they're facing. So I'm a cat guy. I'm going to click this cat. I can drag it around on my bed, and it's just kind of laying on my bed, and I'm done. That cat does nothing other than look fun. Next, I'm going to go to characters. And remember, you can pick any of these people. There's all of these pre-made people. So if you were going to have your mom or dad or a brother or sister in your bedroom with you, you can click on any of these people. If you think this woman looks like your mom, but her hair is a different color and you want to change her outfit, you can click on this person. You can change their hair color. You can change their skin tone. You can change their hairstyle and their clothing. So you can pick any of these people and just change them around. Or go to custom, and I went over this, I believe. I don't know if I did, but if you go to custom, you can just make your own person. It's this pink button. And these first two are like elementary kids. They're going to be kind of short. The next 2 are kind of like middle school kids. They're probably your age. They're going to be a little bit taller. These are kind of like young adults. And these 2 here are older adults. Like if you wanted your grandma or grandpa or a parent, you might go over here. Any of these last 4 for like an adult. These first 4 are like kids. So I'm going to go back. The fun thing is if you go to my class, the purple button, you're going to see everyone that's in your 9th period class, okay? Everyone in online learning will be in here, okay? So if someone made it, they should be in here. So I'm going to go in here, and my little dude was named I think was his name. He's right down here. So I'm going to click on him, and it puts him in my comic. Now, I'm going to have to start with a caption. And if you notice on any of these comics, the very first, anytime there's a scene that changes like scenery, there's these little boxes in the corner right here that tell me where we are or what's going on. So I'm going to start with a caption in the corner. And I'm going to go to words. And you notice I can make my person say something, but if I click this arrow at the top, it says add caption. So I want to tell my reader where I am and when it is. So I'm going to say Monday morning before school in David's room. And I'll just put like a couple periods, because if you've ever seen a comic, that's kind of what they look like. So I'm telling everybody where we're at. I don't think morning needs to be. You can either, you should always start with a capital letter and some type of punctuation, everything we type. So now I'm going to click on David. We're going to go up to words at the top. Oh, I got to click the check mark, I guess. There we go. Now we're going to go up to words. And if we go back, you can see any of your characters, you can click add words. So he's by himself. So I'm going to add, I can't wait to dominate my friends in Among Us after school. I know you guys like that game. So I add that. And notice he's talking out loud. So he's either talking to himself or talking to his cat. He's probably a little kind of weird if he's doing that. So let's make him think that, where he's not talking out loud. So all you have to do is click this little box. There's 4 ways to speak. This is him speaking. This is him thinking. They're called thought bubbles. This is him shouting. And this is him whispering. So he's kind of thinking to himself, so I would put thoughts. One last thing. When we click on this little dude, we have a couple more options up here. If you see the green button, it says faces. And you can change his face. I can make him sad, happy. He's excited. He's going to play Among Us after school. So I'm going to get kind of a fun face on. Next up here is actions. And we can give him a pose. Now, if you guys know about Among Us, it's a big game. It's sweeping the nation. It's on cell phones. So I'm going to find one that looks like he's holding a cell phone. And I don't know if you guys can see maybe like we have like maybe this one, like he could be holding a phone up, right? And we're going to put a phone in his hand. Maybe even this one, like he's kind of looking at his phone, right? So we're going to find one that looks like maybe he's holding a phone in his hand. Here's a good one. And what you do is right up here, you have hands. So this is his left hand. So I'll go to his left hand and we can put a cell phone in it. It's right here. They have soccer balls, baseball or basketballs. They have, like if you wanted someone to be getting interviewed, you could click those. So I'm going to put a little, you know, there he is on his phone. I'll go back to actions because I don't want him talking on it. I kind of want him just to look at it, right? So let's see. Ooh, there he is. He's got his phone out. He's ready to go. So I'm ready to go to the next panel. Now, here's something that's really cool. I don't want every frame to have him standing in one spot next to his bed. So now I'm going to go up to focus. And every background has different backgrounds hidden inside of it. So this is really cool. So I'm going to make him, I'm going to zoom in on him a little bit. And we're going to say, oh, snap, like, I better hurry up and get to school or I'm going to be late. Okay, so I'm going to click on his face again. Let's go to faces up here. He's like, oh, I better hurry up and get to school. So we're going to make him look kind of worried. And I'm going to make him say something. I better hurry before I miss the bus. And we're going to add that. And he's going to be thinking that again. Notice you can actually click on these thought bubbles and you can drag them. Sometimes you might have to hold the Alt button. It's right next to your space bar, and you can kind of move these around wherever you want. I'm going to go to the next scene. So he's going to run to the bus. So I'm going to type in bus and see if there's anything that looks like a bus. And there it is. It's a bus stop. I'm going to go to that focus again because I want to see, here's one where he's kind of running to the bus. Now I'm going to click on him. Let's make him actually run. Let's go to actions. Let's see if there's something that kind of looks like someone. Here he is, kind of running out there, getting ready. And I think we could take his phone out of his hand. So I'm going to click in his hand, and we're going to say he has nothing in his hand. Boom. So he's running to the bus. I'm going to go do another scene. We'll go to the next one. You don't have to say stuff. He said, hey, I better hurry. I'm going to miss the bus. So here he is, like, I better hurry. I'm going to miss the bus. Here he is running to the bus. And now we'll show him on the bus, and we'll use a caption box that says on the bus. So I'm going to type in bus again. And you'll see they have kind of a bus that looks like it's morning and a bus that looks like it's nighttime, right? So I'm going to go ahead and click on, let's say, the dark bus. And if we go to focus up here, we can go ahead and we could put him in a school bus seat. And I can go to characters and I can add someone. And let's say that I'm sitting, we'll go to my class and I'll throw maybe someone from our class in here. Here's Antoine De La Rosa. He's sitting on the bus with me. I can click these kids. I can drag them around. So, we're not sitting so close to each other, but it's kind of cool because you can drag them around, and maybe now is when he's going to start getting cyberbullied. We ended right here. So I haven't had the actual cyberbullying happen yet, and I'm going to work on that. But before we start talking about, before we start having the action of someone being cyberbullied, and remember, in this comic, I have to explain what cyberbullying is, 2 ways to prevent it, and 2 ways to stop it. I'm going to show you these few tips. So I'm going to go back to the first frame. It says it's Monday morning. And if you realize in the mornings, it's dark. So if you go down here to the bottom of your screen, okay? If we go right down here to the bottom, there's a sunshine, there's a moon, and there's a smaller moon. The sunshine means it's daytime. But since it's in the morning, I want it darker. So this one means it's either the sun's coming up or the sun is setting. It's like dusk or dawn. The one next to it, that moon, means that it's dark at night. So if you have a comic that's at night, or it's in the morning, or it's kind of in the evening as the sun's setting, you would want to choose one of these. Otherwise, you could choose daylight. So I'm going to go through and I just click on each of these. And since it's kind of early in the morning, I'm just going to click on them, and I'm going to make it kind of, the sun is, kind of low, just like it looks like in the mornings when I'm coming into school. Another one is weather. So right here, he's running to the bus. It doesn't have to be clear. You can add weather. If you go down here to the bottom, there is a cloud. And if we click on the cloud, you have 4 choices for weather. You have clear, like a clear day. We have heavy rains and storms. We have regular rain. And we have snow. So you can use any of those. If you don't want weather and you want it to be clear, just click on the little circle with a slash through it. So there's no weather. Another thing is dragging these frames. If you want to reorder your frames, let's say that you wanted to put a frame between 1 and 2 and you forgot it, you can add the frame down here and you can drag these frames in any order that you want, okay? So don't think that you're stuck in the order that you made your frames. You can always add a frame at the bottom and then drag it up like wherever you want to put it. So that's another tip. Something else is someone yelling off screen. So in this frame, I was talking about I better hurry before I miss the bus. So maybe I want like my guardian or my grandparent or my mom or my dad or someone yelling at me, hey, David, the bus is coming. But I don't want them in the frame. What if your parent or guardian was in the kitchen, they're in the hallway, they're upstairs, they're downstairs, and they're yelling at you, hurry up, the bus is coming. So if I want to do that, I have to add a character who is saying that. So I'm going to add someone who might, represent my mom. It doesn't really matter what they look like because I'm not going to be able to see them anyways. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. So I'm going to go down here and I'm just going to click on like a woman who could kind of, represent, being my mom or my grandma or whoever's taking care of me. And I'm going to click on them. And here they are. And I'm going to drag her to the side. And we're going to go up here to the top where it says words. And we're going to have her shouting at me. David, comma, the bus is coming. And I'm going to put a couple exclamation points because she's shouting at me. Boom. And what I'm going to do is just drag her off the frame where you can't see her. So I'm going to drag her over. And you can see I can drag off the frame. Or you can get her kind of right to the edge. And then you can click on the edge of her hair and drag her off. So now you kind of have someone who is kind of yelling at you, okay? But you can't see them in your frame. So you can have someone yelling at you, but you can't see them in your frame. So one more thing is your eyes. So if you notice, when you add two people to a frame, they're always looking at each other. And if I wanted my guy to look somewhere else, or you want your little avatar to look in a different direction, just go up here to faces, boom, and simply click on change face. So right here next to my, person is an eyeball icon. If I click that, I can pick what direction my person's looking. If this person's telling me, oh, I was just talking to girls all night last night, my guy might be rolling his eyes like, oh, brother. So you can change eyes just by going to the face, and you can click on the person and then click the eyes right here and choose an assortment of different eyes. Remember to always, every now and then click the done button up here. That kind of saves your work. It's supposed to save it no matter what, but that's just a way to make sure like it automatically saves. But I always tell kids, every 10 or 15 minutes, just click on done just to make sure that it saves it up here and you'll have your comic. So we're going to log in with our Google Drive, and I may have to, click sign in with Google. Click the account. You might have to click it twice if it disappears. Remember, if your comic like this, I've made a comic. If it does not load, just go up here in the corner and hit reload. So to turn in your comic, and I want everyone to do this, you're going to click on the share button because you want to share it with your teacher. You want to share it with Mr. Dean. So we're going to click share. And right up here in the corner, it says share again. Right up here, we click on that. And you're going to notice that share has now turned into a link. You are going to click on that link. And notice at the bottom of my screen, it says that link was copied to my clipboard. So now we're going to go to Canvas. And we're going to go to modules. And you're going to go to the Internet Safety Research or Internet Safety Comic Book right here. And you're going to click on that. You're going to click Submit Assignment right up here. And this is the first and only time that we are ever going to use website URL. You're just going to click in this box. You can either do the 2-finger touch to right click and paste, or hold Control and hit the V for victory and it'll paste it and you hit submit. That's it. Now remember, a good student will go up here and click on submission details and double check they turned in the right comic. So when you see your comic here, just click on the link and it'll open the entire comic. So I'm going to click on this share Pixton link and it should show what you have done in your comic. And now you've already turned it in. You just go to Pixton now. You can go back, you can click edit, and you're free to continue to work on your comic. Anything I now do in Pixton will update what I turned in Canvas. So that is how you submit your comic book so that I can grade it.